I'm the Hooded Lid and welcome to my channel. Continuing on taking a look at the things I got at the Sephora sale, I want to talk about bronzer. I got the cutest little teeny weeny little bronzer from Tarte. This is a cream bronzer and I think this is just adorable. I can't open it. Okay, wrong side. Oh my gosh. There we go. It has a little mirror in it. I got this one because, when you get the small sizes of things, you're really not getting a deal, but it feels better to spend $14 on something that you don't know is going to work on you because bronzers are very hard for me. I'm a little bit afraid of them. Most of them are too yellow and they kind of look baby diaperish on me, and I'd rather just take a chance on something super small. But I have been wanting a cream bronzer. In fact, during the sale, I was going on the Sephora site every couple of hours to see if the Tom Ford shade and Illuminate was in stock in the lightest shade. It wasn't. So while I was intending to get a third order, because that didn't come into stock and because this was taking me so long to get, it took more than 3 weeks to get this, I thought, you know what? I'm not going to get anything else. And I don't think I'm going to buy anything else until Sephora opens. Maybe I'll buy elsewhere, but they keep on sending me emails saying, buy this, buy that, buy the other thing. And then I see somebody the other day said she made 5 orders and she got them all. I don't know. Just yesterday, I saw somebody, and I cannot remember who it was because that's how my brain's working these days, but she compared this Tarte to the Chanel Tint Universal. And I have to say, when this Tarte first came out, I saw people talking about it, and then Kosas came out with something, and now that's all everyone's talking about. I think they were only released a couple of weeks at most apart from each other, but it's Kosas. I wasn't interested in the Kosas because it looked, 1, really dark, 2, really red, 3, it was shimmery, and it was very shimmery, unlike, for instance, my Hourglass, which has radiance to it, but you don't look at it and see the shine, and I just didn't think the Kosas would work out for me. So the Tarte it is. So I want to do a couple of swatches since none of us have the benefit of seeing anything anymore. That is her. And I'm just going to swatch the 2 bronzers I've been using most recently. This is Viseart, and these are powders, and I use powders with an incredibly light hand. I'd rather start light and just build a little bit. I use a very soft brush that isn't very dense. And butter bronzer. That's not really adhering to my skin very well, but this is what I got. Butter bronzer, the Tarte, and the Viseart. So the Tarte is darker than the Viseart, but the tone seems to be pretty similar. Let me just kind of shear out the Tarte, and we'll see just how similar they might be. So that's the Tarte, and that's the Viseart. Not incredibly dissimilar. It is cloudy today, so I can't even go out in the sun and get a really good look at it. I'm going to look at application, 2 different kinds of brushes. This is an old brush. Unfortunately, they don't make it anymore. I think it's a blush brush. It is goat hair. It's Trish McAvoy. And this is a foundation brush from Sephora, and it's quite dense. And it is not a natural hair. It's synthetic. I think I'll get more coverage with this, but the color's pretty dark, so I'm going to use a light hand. And this is how I use a light hand. I dig it in. I dip it in. And just get the whole brush, right? And then I take it off on my hand. So you use a lot of product this way, but you're not going to have any surprises, hopefully, when it gets to application. And because this is kind of dark, I think this is a shade that you can kind of bring down to your cheekbone. And I'm just following the bone for my placement. And whatever's left on top of the cheekbone, because that's where I like to put bronzer. Now I'm going to wipe this off really well and then blend. The blend, I mean, I hardly need any blending right here. So nice. But a little blend on the forehead seems to be appropriate. How you apply this will certainly depend on what you get out of it, but I was pretty careful with how much I had on the brush and how I applied it, and I don't think this is a bad color for me at all. Now let's try it with this. Looks like that, and brush off the excess. I'm going to move so I can get a little bit better light here. And this is the kind of thing you just kind of build. And you kind of, where the other one you apply and then blend out, I think because of the nature of this brush, you blend out when you apply. And a little on top of the cheekbone. I think I got a softer look out of this side. And just get a little bit on the brow bone. Little on the chin, little on the tops of the nose and tops of the cheeks, because that is the sun-kissed look. And I'm just looking in the monitor trying to see, am I even? And it's so hard to tell when it's cloudy. I mean, that's my excuse today. It's hard to tell because the monitor is teeny. I think I'm pretty even. I think this color really works a lot better for me than I was expecting, and certainly better than the Kosas without the benefit of having seen it. And I have tried the Tint Universal from Chanel. I had tried it on in Nordstrom's ages ago, and you know, the makeup artist put it on me. Sometimes when the makeup artist does it, they heavy hand. I don't know if I would have applied it differently. I do know that the light right where the Chanel isn't so hot, and I moved over someplace where there's better light, and it did look like baby diaper yellow. Not a good look for me. But this one, I think is good. And I love that it's a cream. We'll see when I get this into my computer if this is working out as well as I think. But I did try it on the other day and I thought it worked pretty well. So I'm pleased that I bought this, and we'll see how long this lasts for me. I mean, most of it's on my hand wiping off, so I might go through it pretty fast, but you never know. There you have it. I got one other thing I may as well show you because it's not going to get its own video. I got the Viseart. This is in the color Beignet, and these lip glosses are so incredibly comfortable. They feel like they're a hybrid between an oil and a gloss. There's nothing tacky about them. They feel so nourishing. There's only 4 colors, and they sent me the wrong color because they had the wrong name. This name was Cerise, and I decided instead of ordering the name, I'd order the picture. They sent me the Cerise. It's just too dark. It's almost goth for me. And I just wanted to try this out. This isn't the kind of tone that I normally do, but these are not opaque. They have since released 3 new colors that came out with the Spritz palette, and one of them I'm very interested in. Yeah, it's just a beigey kind of color that is great for no makeup look. I mean, while we're doing it, I'm going to go in with Ilia Dreamer and just keep on chatting. Cleaned off this, and we'll get the Ilia on that, hopefully. This brush might not work with the Ilia. This might be better with a duo fiber. There. I'm using a different setting today because of the weather, and we'll see if it comes out. I'm looking a little orange in the monitor. There, it's a skin-only look. I have something else I want to do with the eyes, a different video, so I'm going to get going and do that. But I really like this so far. Oddly, I have noticed on more than one occasion, somehow the color of the bronzer ends up on the outside of the package. And I'm not sure how that I guess it's just the size of it and my brush working into it. But it's a pretty color. If it's something you like, if this is something you can just stick in your purse without a problem. I mean, here's my palm. Boom. And that's going to wrap this one up for me, you guys. I like it. I like the color. It doesn't have any shimmer to it. It is matte, and therefore I feel that the look is a little bit more natural. And yeah, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope you come back again. Be safe and smart, and until we meet again, I'm wishing you good health.